Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm in Mercer.
I'm in Fuego here.
And of course by that I mean the Horror Show podcast.
Yerps.
We are here to talk about our experience at GameOn Expo 2018. Yes, that's right. We are going to tell you about GameOn Expo before we talk about Mad Monster, which was a month ago.
We just came back from GameOn Expo now.
We just came back,
now,
but
today.
we're trying to wait until we get at least Susie involved in the other one. And
She was there for every day of Mad Monster.
Yeah, she was there for every day of Mad Monster, so we want her to talk on that. So we'll get to that eventually, but for now, let's talk about GameOn Expo. This is the second year we've covered it here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yep.
And basically what they do is they set up a bunch of vendors, as well as YouTube people, as well as Twitch people, as well as celebrities, voice actors, as well as gaming of all types, from stand-up cabinets to pinball cabinets,
Virtual pinball cabinets, which were dope.
Yeah.
Yep, to consoles of every generation.
All kinds of
Tube
old
TVs.
tube TVs.
Tube TVs, exactly, and some key games that you can play for free. Lots of good fun.
Tournaments
and,
too, man. I mean,
tournaments,
what,
yep.
For Virtual 1, for Tetris, like tons of.
Oh, they had
different
Fortnite tournaments.
Yeah.
They had
Fortnite.
Mario Tennis today earlier
Mario
on.
Tennis.
Yeah.
I used to play the hell out of Mario Tennis
Well,
on the Virtual Boy. What?
Oh, there
Pretty
you go.
competitive.
So yeah, we're going to talk about our experience at GameOn Expo. It's not the most horror of experiences. There are some booths that we were able to interview that were up the horror alley, just like there were last year.
Yep.
So we did not get any celebrity interviews this year, though. However, because the celebrities just there weren't that many this year, and
it was only voice actors pretty much.
Well,
Except,
and
Johnny Cage came back.
Johnny Cage came back. There was one other Mortal Kombat person I thought too, but I never saw them at the table. Like we were there Friday and Sunday, and I never saw them, so it was kind of weird. It was a weird celebrity portion of the floor this year, but it was a bigger floor this year, and there were more vendors.
Way more vendors.
Which was neat because we got to talk to a few people. The Art of Blake specifically is one that was very horror themed.
Yeah.
Big time. Horrific fantasy, man. And then also we talked to Burning Witch Studio today.
Yeah, Burning Witch Studio has some really cool stuff as well. They have prop weapons, pretty much, that they make look like they've been in horror situations.
Blood,
and so
they're
we're
all
gonna be
carved out.
touching base with them so we can get something on the set from them. I think it's gonna be a pretty cool thing to have for us. But so we're gonna talk through the events. We're gonna go over what we did. It was a smaller event, so it's not gonna be the longest podcast, but we still wanted to at least let you guys in on what happened. So the first thing that I did when I went with Fuego on Friday was we walked the floor and we took in everything. We purposely didn't do any interviews because we figured we'd have time to do them on Sunday. And when we walked through, the first thing I noticed was that Mr. Black Nerd Comedy himself, Andre Meadows, was once again in attendance. When I had checked the previous week, it did not show him on the website. I guess they added him the final week, and so he was there, and I was able to do a follow-up interview with him.
Aw, snap.
So it was one of my favorite experiences. He's actually the reason I went to GameOn Expo last year. He's the reason we went. But then Andrew got to do some Overwatch interviews.
Oh, yeah.
He's over Overwatch now.
I'm not, I don't know. Like, I still play the game. It's just, I don't know.
You're not diehard about it anymore?
Like, I'll interview the guy, but it's not, it's not a new game. It's been out for a while.
Yeah.
They added a new character, so a lot of people aren't really talking about the older characters, so.
It's not the new hotness, huh?
I don't know. It is what it is. You can catch me playing every once in a while, but
No.
I wanted to talk to the guy. I just didn't. I don't know. Again, the interview would be a lot. It would be very cast form. I don't really think I'd be saying anything else different from the other ones. So, and he was. I don't know. He was there.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't like leaving and then coming back and then leaving. Like he was there for a good chunk of time. So. Should have done it.
One of the few then.
Regret number one of GameOn Expo.
No.
So we'll get into the in-depth part, but yeah, overall, I'll say that GameOn Expo was good. It was bigger.
Yeah.
I think the celebrities were a little bit less impressive this year, but there was still some good ones, and one in particular that I really wanted to talk to, and I'll get into that in the later portion of the podcast, but it was clearly either going to cost us money or not be allowed, so we weren't able to do it. But Andrew, what were your overall thoughts of the expo? You got to go today.
I got to go today.
Which was an all-day thing, though.
It was fun. It's very... I mean, if you like video games, you're going to find a home. If you like artwork, you're going to find a home. It's cool to find the little odds and ends, prop makers, and, I don't know, they have, like, canvas art and stuff like that. So, just all that kind of stuff is cool to be collected in one building. And then you also have... You also have... What are you doing?
I'm raising the volume. Raising the volume of the extra mic.
All the video games that they have set up. They have tournaments, like you guys were saying, that you can do there, which brings just a lot of like-minded people together. They had cool little portable things with TVs in them that had like Xboxes and then the portable thing. So I wanted to see what that was about. Like if you could rent them and rent like 12 Xboxes to have a party or whatever. I don't know. Looked like a lot of cool stuff. I wanted to ask more questions, but again, didn't do any of that. Just kind of walked around.
No.
We played a lot of games though.
Yeah, we did play a lot of games. The pinball thing was pretty cool.
Yeah,
dude, pinball was rad. I did Aliens pinball. It was super dope.
I did the Hulk one, and
the Hulk one was lackluster compared to a lot of the other ones I saw.
Well, I ended up...
You said Jaws was just okay, right?
Jaws was just okay, too, yeah.
I ended up dying so many times because I was just looking at what was going on. Like, I unlocked, like, a battle, and all of a sudden, like, Wolverine pops out. I'm like, what the hell? And then he, like, disappeared. I'm like, oh, shit. So, I don't know. It was fun, but I would like to see... I don't know. I'd like to see more. Like, all the console stuff that was on little tube TVs and all that stuff. Like, I'd like to see a better version of that, but... I don't know. You get nitpicky. Yeah, it was just fun. It was like I said, a lot of like-minded people doing a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything Pokemon Go related
which was very surprising because I just saw photos on Facebook the other day about this whole insane event they had at Arizona Mills Mall of Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I guess they had a massive event this weekend actually too. So I thought there was going to be a lot of people, but again, maybe that wasn't the place to be. But
yeah, destined donation or whatever.
Anyway, it was fun. I give it a B+.
Okay,
B+.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Give it a B+.
Fuego?
I didn't know we were letter ranking here. No, dude, it was cool. Compared to last year, I felt like there was maybe double the vendor presence. Maybe a few less like old school tube TVs with consoles and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. It just felt like the event was definitely growing. There was about a similar amount of arcade machines and stuff, but I had fun playing Dr. Mario, playing Tetris, playing Splatterhouse, old school Ninja Turtles. Pinball stuff was dope. And another vendor that I want to actually shout out because you and I each got something from her was 8-Bit Keech, I guess is the proper pronunciation. And these chicks basically do these woven with actual string, like pixel characters, and they had lots of mashup stuff that was dope. They had just the Mega Man like jumping thing, where he's shooting that you see all over the place. They were doing like different variations of that.
Which
with
one
Mortal Kombat. I did Link, like holding up the Triforce.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a magnet on my fridge, and it's all like hand stitched and everything. Very impressive work. They've got tons and tons of mostly like since it's pixelated stuff. It's like lots of 8-bit, 16-bit, but they did damn good work, man. So shout out to those ladies. I gave them some of my money.
So did you like GameOn Expo overall this year?
Me? Oh yeah, absolutely. I had fun. I wish we had more time to spend there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really
we were both busy on Saturday rather. That we might be able to change things around a little bit next year, but yeah, it ended up being a fun event. It wasn't super groundbreaking, but honestly for being press and I'm sure for the money that people paid to get in there, it would be worth it because
$30 a day.
Was it $30 a day?
Yeah.
Well, but you still get to play unlimited games
That's
each
why
day,
you
so
need to take advantage.
Yeah.
Take advantage.
you get into a
didn't play a ton
convention
of
and you
games.
get unlimited games of all generations. So it's pretty cool. It's not a bad deal, even if you chose to just go one day. And that's the thing.
I think you can
This
take it all
this
in
event
one
you
day,
could
in some
do
ways.
everything in one day. Yeah, you could take it all in one day. Just pick probably Saturday to make sure the maximum amount of celebrities and the maximum amount of YouTubers and Twitchers are there.
was the
Some
only
people
day we
had to
couldn't
leave
go.
early on Sunday because of their flights and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
I do recommend doing it, but yeah, just keep that stuff in mind. Overall, though, I think it was a success. Again, I think it was a little less successful in the celebrity area, a little more successful in the exhibitor area, a little maybe less successful in the video game area. I think like Fuego, I think it did seem like there were less console things available.
That's what I was referring to.
But
yeah.
but there were even a lot of them that were free all the time this time too. So, but I don't know if that's because of the fact that they're older consoles or because of the fact that they chose particular games on those consoles. And honestly, it was only a total of probably 20 different games
Yeah, it was
across
about
all
the
the consoles.
It was about the same last year for that, though. I mean,
was it? Okay.
It had a
A
decent
lot of-
variety, but not like a massive.
A lot of the competitive games that you see, like fighting games, were Injustice, Dragon Ball Fighter Z,
Smash
stuff like
Bros.
that. Smash Bros. was
Varying
huge.
they had
iterations of
Smash Bros.
Smash
on the
Bros.
huge screen, which was actually kind
Fortnite
of
on the huge screen, Andrew. You saw that when we walked in, and Andrew was like a moth to a flame. He was just like, "What is that? We
Well,
need to check this out. It's freaking Fortnite."
It's crazy to see it on like a 12-foot screen. So, but
You
I don't
tell
know.
me you wouldn't want to play it on a 12-foot
no,
screen?
He's like, I totally would.
I would. Yeah. I mean, I would play it, but it's just crazy. It's crazy trying to think about like moving around and spinning around when like you're 12 feet tall. You know? I don't know. I would struggle with it at first, but then I would dominate, as always.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
But
you'd have to be like the kid and the wizard, man. You ever seen that movie?
I love the Wizard.
Playing Super Mario Brothers 3.
Super Mario Brothers 3.
But yet, I don't know. They had a section over there that was all TVs and stuff. That was Fortnite and all those other games too. We played that version of Smash Brothers over there.
We did indeed.
On
We played a little bit of Mario Tennis. Got
the
our
hell
asses
is that?
handed to us.
yeah, on 64. Holy shit!
That was
man.
rough.
Don't
never
play-
played it before though.
Don't
so.
play Wario.
I was a Virtua
and
Tennis
Luigi,
person.
'cause
What
they
about
will kick your
Waluigi?
ass. We were watch.
He was Waluigi. I was
Waluigi.
Mario.
Yeah.
And we played against Wario and Luigi.
We got our asses kicked.
We got our asses whooped.
No bueno.
There were some fun older games, obviously. The pinball thing we keep referring to is really cool. It's these pinball cabinets, but they're digital pinball cabinets. And essentially what you do is you download, I think it's Zen Pinball, and it's on your Xbox system. I have on my Xbox 360 probably about 15 of those pinball games. I think I have the Venom and the other ones, some of those Marvel games.
Oh, wow.
Because they were available in, it's Pinball FX is what it is, Pinball FX 2. And that's what's been available on the Xbox for about 5 years now, and they just keep adding new tables. So what they had were digital pinball cabinets that had the pull thing for the ball, that had the flippers, and then it had buttons for tilt, rather than being able to tilt the machine because it's digital. And what they had was each cabinet had 70 different pinball cabinets in there, varying ones.
Man.
Tons of Marvel. There was Aliens, there was AVP, there was Alien Isolation.
There was Isolation. I forgot about that.
Yep, there was Family Guy, Simpsons. There were I think Simpsons, but I know there was Family Guy. I think American Dad too. Like they had animated shows represented. They had Marvel represented. They had horror represented. I played the Jaws version of the game.
Whoa.
Like it's amazing, and I checked the pricing. It was on sale for $6,000 instead of $8,000,
Oh, wow.
or it might be 7 and 9.
That's
But,
not that bad.
well, it depends. If you're running an arcade and you have people coming in and actually slowly paying off the cost, it
Or
might
if you
not be
own
such
a
a bad
bar
deal.
or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a
Don't
lot, and that's the thing. It's easy to fix because it's digital.
Yeah.
So they just send you a new drive or something like that, and it should fix the whole damn thing.
Yeah, a lot easier than dealing
So
with
that was pretty cool. We were all pretty
components.
impressed by that, right?
Yeah,
Am I
it was
Cool.
rad. I wish I'd had more time to play different games, honestly. The
More
Aliens one kicked ass, though.
time.
Yeah, the Aliens one, I just spilled on myself.
Oh, no!
The Aliens one was one of the better ones. You guys carry it for a second. I gotta go get
All right,
Well, it
so
was-
what
it was
other
dope.
parts were you? Oh man, you missed the Guitar Hero stuff. It got pretty rough up there.
Did it now?
on
With
Guitar
the
Hero
Guitar
stage.
Hero arcade, or they did it on stage?
They had a whole stage and like it was a
No, it was Rock Band.
well yeah, it was like the full
Same
band.
difference if you're just doing that.
It was full
but
band.
it was full band, so it was Rock Band.
Yeah,
Right.
it was Rock Band. You
Well,
could
didn't-
sing, you could do
Well,
drums.
didn't Guitar Hero eventually
Yeah.
incorporate all the instruments
World
too?
Tour.
Yeah, I
Did
thought
they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
they copied Rock
Yes.
Band.
I did not know that.
No,
I did not know that.
But yeah, there was a guy singing Nightmare, Avenged Sevenfold.
It's your
There was a chick that sang Hailstorm, I Miss the Misery.
Yeah, that wasn't half bad.
That wasn't half bad.
Yeah.
And the singer is not what you would have expected.
The Hailstorm is.
What was the one? Whoever sang right
Quite
after
popular.
that was
Oh,
really bad.
they sang Jack Black. They sang Tenacious D
Ooh.
tribute.
Ooh, and they did not do a very good
No,
job.
they did not do a very good job.
So it was a poor tribute to
It was
the
a
song.
poor tribute to tribute.
Meh.
And I wish you were not
I
there.
wish you were not there. It's just a matter of opinion. A good God, you suck. All right. Now, let's talk about some of the interviews we did.
Okay.
I got to interview, of course, like I said, Andre Meadows, Black Nerd Comedy, and I did basically a follow-up. I watched my first interview yesterday as I was writing up the questions, and then I watched a bunch of his videos from the past year, so I knew what horror and horror-adjacent movies he had gone to see. And then we talked about it. We talked a long time about it and the sequel coming up. And then we started to do this thing. I actually was just going to ask him straight out what horror property would cross over with a nerdy property that he loves. And he's like, okay, so you're going to name a horror property and I'm going to tell you one that I think would work with it. And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Because I was like, that sounds good
even
too.
better.
So we did that, and it came out pretty fun. I mean, it got a little convoluted at one point because I veered off course a little bit. I named a nerdy thing and asked him for the horror, and he's like, no, let's do it the other way. I was like, all right, sorry. But yeah, so that was a fun interview. It again went for like a half hour.
Yeah,
Really?
it was
Nice.
very long.
But it was
That's
a lot
what
of
she
fun. I was
said.
so happy that he gave me
Oh,
that much
gosh.
time. And he seemed so tired Friday and Sunday. But then as
Don't
soon
tell
as the
them his
camera was
secrets.
on, he was attentive, and he was Andre from his channel. And it was great. It was so much fun. I really enjoy that guy. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. I watch all the videos he puts out, except for some of the coverage of like Riverdale and stuff like that. I don't watch, but that's just, preference.
Archie.
So yeah, my interview with Andre was something I was really happy about. Andrew already talked about the possible interview he coulda, shoulda, woulda done.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I'll say it
You
forever.
would if you could, but you can't, so you won't.
I don't know. I should have just talked to the guy, but I don't know. I don't think it would have been
Don't
a
beat
very
yourself up
interesting
about it, man.
interview for the horror show.
There goes Thibaut Kian.
Yeah, I think it would have been
Jim,
more of just
yeah.
an odd interview for the horror show.
I gotcha.
But I should have still talked to him. Shoulda?
Hindsight's always 20.
Yeah, we should have
Look at
talked to
that.
Big Chris
Still a
too.
bit
I saw
fuzzy.
Big Chris early on Sunday, and then Fuego didn't arrive for like 3 hours, and then I totally spaced it because Fuego had to do take care of business.
Good word.
Yeah.
And then by the time he got there, I spaced that I was supposed to interview Big Chris. So we're gonna have to set up a time to go and talk to Big Chris about the game that he's putting out right now. It's Whack-A-Zombie kind of style.
Yeah, shout
instead
out
of
to him though.
Whack-A-Mole.
He's always been real.
But
real
yeah,
cool
shout out
with
to
that
him.
stuff.
He's amazing. And I met him and his friend he was there with. So it's a bummer I didn't get to talk to him. But Fuego, what about some of the interviews that you got to do? Did you enjoy those?
Yeah, they were fun. They were actually two of the most enjoyable I've had since probably Mad Monster. Mad Monster was the last event. Well, in the scheme of things, like as far as vendor interviews go, where I was walking in, just very fresh and not with a ton of information about them. Both of them went extremely well and were fun, and I was vibing with the dudes and whatnot. Back to the burning witchstudio.com. the prop makers and stuff, but they also do costume work. It's basically him and his wife. And, they've got here on their card costumes, props, accessories, and more. And they're actually in Surprise, Arizona. You'll be able to see the interview that I did with him, with Justin. It was cool. We were vibing. We talked about which horror movies. We talked about, prop making and all the rad stuff. And he's actually going to be helping us out with a piece for the show. And we just have to figure out, Cecil, what it's going to be, right?
I know. We have to decide what we want to ask for. Because, man, the guy was so talented. He had this huge pair of gardening shears, though, that were bloodied up, and it reminded both Fuego and I of Clock Tower, and I was like, and he had them on a stand that was really dope, and I'm like, dude, we need a pair of these on our channel.
We need them on the sets, huh?
He had a pair of scissors that was like one side regular scissors, one side just like sharpened.
Yeah, I saw that. That was kind of cool too. Yeah, that was neat.
Kind of cool stuff, man.
It's in the B-roll. I went back and I got the B-roll.
Get the B-roll.
B-roll.
So what else, Fuego?
Well, and then the second dude that I got to speak with was that Blake Smith, I believe his name, but Art of Blake, basically BlakeDart.com. So Blake D Art. Yeah, Blake. Anyway, Blake Dart, but .com. But his stuff was rad, man. He was just talking about how he drew inspiration from those early heavy metal magazines, with the crazy illustrations and whatnot. And he's into dark fantasy with horror elements, like medieval fantasy, and even stretching as far back as like ancient Babylon and stuff. From as I was talking after the interview about different pieces that he had, he's like, oh yeah, this is based on Babylonian end of the world demon shit, and he was just going mythology by mythology. He had stuff from Asia, from all over Europe and stuff. So dude does his homework, and his art was all black and white, but just so detailed and creepy. Dug him. Stuff was good, man.
Creepy. Dug him.
I did.
What games did you play, Fuego?
Splatterhouse.
I know you mentioned a couple of them, but was that all of them, or did you see a couple of others too?
No, I played more than that. Boy, what else?
You racked up.
I jumped on Gauntlet Dark Legacy at one particular point, just for a little bit, but I didn't have anyone there playing it with me, so I kept it brief. Dr. Mario? I was trying to get involved in the Tetris tournament, and I was very out of practice on Tetris, unfortunately. That was a little humbling. But I never played it, on a console or on an arcade machine. I always played it on a Game Boy. So that's where my experience lies.
What about that 40-some lives on
Turtles?
Ninja Turtles, yeah. We beat Ninja Turtles. We walked up to this arcade machine, and apparently somebody had played all the way through to like the very end when you're in the Technodrome of the Turtles 2 arcade game. And
that made more sense as to why it was so hard.
Yeah.
It's like we kept dying, and it's like, why is this game so hard? I don't remember it being this hard. Turns out it was the very last level of the game.
Like getting rocked, sucker.
Yeah, that was fun.
Indeed, it was. Yeah, it was cool.
Andrew, what games did you play?
Well, we walked in today and we played. What did we start playing first? You had to show. Oh, we played pinball first.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Pinball was dope.
Kind of walked around a little bit. We played Rampage.
Right.
You beat the hell out of me in Rampage. Destroyed we got to level 14, and I was like, when does this end? We've destroyed all of Arizona, most of California.
Oh, Arizona
They
too?
shipped us overseas, and we destroyed India, I think, some shit like that.
I remember these levels now.
Yeah, it got a little out of hand, so we walked away. Didn't want to destroy
we couldn't do it.
Couldn't destroy the
We
world.
just got bored with it.
And then,
that's basically it.
What else did we play, man? Super Smash Brothers. You beat me in that a couple times.
Yep.
It's a good one.
That was fun.
Yeah, we did the coin version of that. That was weird.
Yeah, that was interesting. It just kept going though. I don't know what the parameter is there. Yeah, I don't know what the parameter is. But anyway, yeah, it was. That was okay. I
was gonna do the VR stand in one spot and move.
But Yeah, I showed Fuego that, or no, I don't know if I ever showed Fuego that. I saw it on myself on Friday. The VR station that they had set up.
No, I didn't see that they had one.
Oh yeah, they had a VR station where the person would strap in and they were in this circle. Their waist was locked in, but they could rotate any direction, and they were on this little dipped platform, this little circular dipped platform, and they had special shoes on. So they could literally walk and run inside the game, and they would shoot, and they could turn, and they would turn all the way around, and they could walk and shoot because their shoes would slip on the thing, but she would still walk in the game. And it was really interesting how they did it. Oh, Tetra's being super cute.
No, table cat.
So yeah, that it was really interesting to watch, and part of why is because this is, they have places to go, and they're already a good deal along as far as getting us to a place where we can play stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty excited.
Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, I did some old school fighting games, obviously. I mean, I can't walk past a Mortal Kombat or a Street Fighter 2 cabinet and not at least jump on for a little bit. So, but that's just a given, man. I mean, I definitely wanted to get in on that Virtual On tournament, but I never played it in the arcade. Once again, I played that one on Sega Saturn, so I'm not sure how adept I would have been for the competition.
I'm surprised they didn't have any Madden stuff going on.
Didn't it just come out?
Just came out.
Yeah.
Figured they'd
people at the hotel were talking about it today. They were like, I stayed up all night playing Madden. I didn't sleep. I slept like 2 hours. I was like, really? Hilarious. Hilarious.
It's just football. It'll be there the next day.
will be.
But yeah.
Damn, I'm trying to think of anything else arcade-wise. I mean, yeah. Splatterhouse is a great old horror game if y'all have never played that. I never played the original. I played the second one, which was on Genesis.
They had a cabinet with the trilogy on it, too.
Which trilogy?
The Splatterhouse trilogy.
Did they?
Yeah.
How did I miss that? I only got to play the first one.
It was in one of the booths.
Machine.
It was on one of the booths.
Ah, okay.
Gotta go back.
I've been wanting to get the remake of that they put out a system cycle or two ago.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I never played it.
I played Street Fighter Alpha 3 a little bit. Got my ass beat pretty handily after the first episode,
right?
the first series. And then I played some stuff with Andrew. We already talked about that. I didn't really play that many games on my own. I did like the pinball thing as well. We tried to play the TMNT Turtles in Time thing or whatever, but that was on the last level already, so that wasn't much of a commitment.
Nope.
The whole thing was just kind of okay, but I still had fun. I'm still glad we got to get what we got to get. Honestly, if it comes down to the event, I get to interview Andre every year, then I'm fine with that. Like, that's all it needs to be for me. However, I did get some swag. I will put together a haul video for GameOn Expo. No, I'm not going to show them here. I'm going to do a separate haul video for it.
You sure?
Yep. Stay tuned for that, guys, or check the channel. Laird. It might be out already. Are there any other thoughts about GameOn Expo from you guys?
I hope it returns next year. I mean, it looked like it was, especially with the vendors, those are people who are paying to be there compared to celebrities who they're paying to be there. So therein lies the difference, the fact that there may have been less celebrities, but there were way more vendors. And so that, to me, at least based on the equation I put forth just now, seems to me like they spent less and they had hopefully more money coming in.
Yeah.
So, and the attendance appeared to me to be a little bit bigger too. There was more, as Mercer pointed out, a diversity, and I mean, no, there was more cosplay. There was it was not just all sweaty white dudes.
That's true.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a very nice.
There's a very strong
female presence, and,
female to male ratio this year,
which is cool because that shows that it's. Well, it shows that it's a little bit more mainstream, and in some instances like this one that get us a cool event like this, I think that's all for the better. So
yeah,
it's whatevs to me. So I had a lot of fun. We're blessed to have the opportunity from this channel to be able to just go to something like this for free when people are spending like $30 a day to go to this.
Baby.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yerps.
I hope the event comes back. I think it was successful. I think it will come back. I really like the fact that there's so many little bits of everything. You walk in, there's people at tables playing, tabletop games.
Board games.
You have people that are, showing off models that they put together. They have little knickknacks all over the place, little collectibles, stuff that's unique that you can't get anywhere else. The celebrity experience could be better, but all in all, like I said, I think it's a nice little convention to throw in to kind of tide us through the summer, because man, it's hot out there right now.
Yeah, it is.
Well, and it's the last thing that we pretty much do until Halloween, and then I mean it's like the end of our convention season.
Pretty much.
You know, so.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we do Halloween H40.
H40,
We'll see.
which
We'll
we're
see what
thinking about
happens.
doing. That wouldn't be till October though, so that's still a couple months away.
True. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Nonetheless,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's
Cool.
going to do it for our thinking back and looking back on GameOn Expo 2018. Thank you very much to the GameOn Expo for throwing us a few press badges so we could go and cover it and bring you guys this material. Thank you. You do put on a great, fun event, and it did grow, and I can only see it growing further if you continue in this track. So
that's what she said.
Thank you very much for the passes. But yeah, and thank you guys very much for watching. Let us know in the comments down below if GameOn Expo sounds like something you'd be into doing. Do you have anything like this in your state, and have you gone to it? If not, do you regret it now? Do you think you will start going to it? I want to know all about it.
You should.
Like I said, let us know in the comments down below. Thank you very much to our patrons for supporting the channel. We greatly appreciate you guys. We just had a new one sign up not too long ago. So thank you, Teddy, for that. And we will see you guys in the future. Let us know in the comments down below. Like I said, if you've been to a convention like this, I do want to know your stories.
Yes.
Until next time, though, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Andrew Mercer.
Gracias, Jaime, and Fuego.
And remember, stay scared.
I'm not backing down. I'm not backing down.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
Scared of God!